In the 1800s, people came here for land and sugar. In the 1950s, they came for Operation Bootstrap. But in 2026, they're coming for a different kind of frontier: digital, financial, and personal. So let me answer the question I keep getting. Why would you actually live in Puerto Rico right now? Stick with me because there is a literal door closing on December 31st that changes the math for everyone. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chronicles and Cocktails. I'm Josue, the spirited historian, and today it's not a travel video. We are talking about something different but of equal historical importance. I'm going to try to answer one question. Is Puerto Rico worth it in 2026? So I'm giving you 7 real reasons why it is a good thing to live in Puerto Rico in 2026. Let's break it down one reason at a time. But before we continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And thank you for all the people that are commenting, and for the ones that are leaving a tip, a super thanks. Thank you very much. This is not manufactured culture. Food is real. Food is everything. Coffee is local and one of the best in the world. Rum is history, and it tells a story. It's premium quality, top if not the best. People gather, they talk, they live outside of the schedules, sometimes more than they realize. You're not consuming culture here. You're inside of it. This one is simple, but powerful. You are a few hours from New York, a few hours from Miami, too. You are connected to the rest of Hispanic America. Same time zone as the East Coast. If you're building anything, business, content, network, this location works. Alright, so for today's cocktail, I didn't go complicated. I went honest. This is a Carajillo, and the reason I chose this is because this drink actually represents everything we're talking about today. In this recipe, I'm using 1 ounce of ron del barrilito Tres Estrellas, about 0.75 ounces of Kahlua, 0.25 ounces of simple syrup, and Puerto Rican coffee Alto Grande. We're gonna put all the ingredients into an ice shaker. Now, think about this for a second, because this is where it connects. Puerto Rico produces rum. Puerto Rico produces coffee. And historically, we produced sugar. All 3 are in this glass. And that's not just a coincidence. That's the island. That's the economy. That's the history. This drink exists because Puerto Rico has always been part of global trade. From sugar to coffee to rum. And now, in 2026, it's capital, ideas, remote work, people relocating. Different products. Same story. 3 coffee beans on top. Traditionally, health, wealth, and happiness. And honestly, that's what most people are looking for when they move here. So yeah, Carajillo. Simple, strong, and it tells the whole story in a glass. And this is one of the most popular cocktails in 2026. And if you're visiting Puerto Rico, let us know, because Fiesta Bar, my other company, has Café con Ron classes almost every Thursday in Old San Juan. So we teach you how to make 3 Café con Ron cocktails. And this one here is becoming one of the most popular ones. For weddings and bachelorette parties, this is number 1 in 2026. Puerto Rico has reinvented itself before. Agriculture then, manufacturing then, pharmaceuticals, and now you're seeing reshoring again. US companies bringing operations closer. It's not explosive growth, it's resilience. And historically, this island survives by adapting. All right, let's talk real estate, but without hype. The gold rush phase? That already happened. 2026 feels different. This is inventory equilibrium. Prices have stabilized. Things are sitting longer. But demand? It didn't disappear. It's waiting. Once financing loosens, you're likely going to see movement again. So this is not panic buying. This is decision making. Okay, let me explain something that doesn't show up on spreadsheets. In the States, you eat, you pay, you leave. Here, we have sobremesa. You stay at the table, just talking. No rush. But in 2026, when everything is moving at the speed of AI, that's luxury. Yes, you're gonna have the beach, you're gonna have the mountains, but that's not why people stay. They stay because life here feels human again. The interaction with people, with nature, the ocean, the rainforests, the small towns, the bigger cities. It's a mix that is close to everywhere. You are inside the United States, but this doesn't feel like the mainland. There's Spain here. There's the Caribbean here. There's 500 years of layered history in the streets. For Americans, it feels like stepping out without leaving. For Europeans, it feels familiar. And for Puerto Ricans, it's a reminder that this place has always been more than just a territory. It's home. And this is the one everybody whispers about. Some do not understand and scream. Taxes. But I'm going to frame it differently. 2026 is not just another year. It's the sunset year. If you get in before December 31st, you can still lock in at 0% on capital gains, dividends, interests. After that, the door doesn't close. But now there's a cover charge. On January 1st, 2027, if you come in, you'll get 4%. And historically, windows like this don't stay open forever. Add to that US legal system, US banking, US currency, but with the ability to structure your income differently under Section 933. Okay, let's explain. The Act 60 Bridge. Act 60. I get DMs daily from people who are confused about whether this is a scam or a legitimate strategy. Spoiler? It's the law. Basically, Act 60 is Puerto Rico's way of saying, bring your business and your capital, your money, here, and we'll give you a tax rate that is physically impossible to find in the 50 other states because of a specific federal rule, IRS Section 933. So this is federal. The US government actually steps aside and lets Puerto Rico set its own rules for residents. So what does this all mean? For the entrepreneurs, if you sell a service to someone outside the island, consulting, tech, creative, your corporate tax drops to 4%. Compare that to the 21% plus state tax you're paying now. For investors, if you move here and become a resident, your tax on capital gains, think crypto, stocks, or real estate, is 0%. The local angle? This isn't just for newcomers. Puerto Rican-owned businesses can use this same 4% export rules to take their local talent global. The reality check? It's not free money. You have to actually live here, buy a home here, and give back to local charities. I think there's a minimum of $10,000 a year that you have to give to charities. And heads up, that 0% rate for new applicants is on a timer. It's scheduled to bump up to 4% at the end of 2026, which isn't bad. But if you're not on the fence, the clock is officially ticking. That's the quick why and how of Act 60. That combination is why people are not just visiting anymore. They're repositioning their lives. And with their lives, bringing in their money. Now, let's balance this, because this is where most videos lie. Living here in 2026 comes with responsibility. Electricity? Expensive, and sometimes unreliable. So, what are people doing? They're building microgrids, solar, batteries, air. You're not just buying a home, you're becoming your own utility company. But that is actually good also. Your house can produce instead of just consuming. Government processes? Slower, most times a lot slower. Here is who you know and where. Hurricanes? Part of life. So plan for them and plan good. We lived through Maria, and I guess we were some of the lucky ones. Still, it wasn't easy. I have an episode on that, check it out. And if you depend on a traditional job, this could be tough. So why live in Puerto Rico in 2026? Because if you're independent, if you control your income, if you want lifestyle over pure efficiency, this place offers something rare: financial strategy, cultural depth, and a way of living that still feels real. But if you need everything perfect, predictable, optimized, this is not your place. Puerto Rico has always been a frontier. It just changes what it offers, depending on the era. In 2026, this one might be the most interesting yet. So, are you moving to Puerto Rico? Are you coming back? Have you considered moving to Puerto Rico? And where in Puerto Rico? Are you a Puerto Rican that left a while ago and wants to come back? Take advantage of these tax breaks because it makes sense. Caribbean paradise and tax breaks, perfect combination. So, thank you for watching. Have a great Wednesday. Read a lot of books, get smart, and have fun. And salud.